Hi and a very good day. My name is YUSFAZMIN anak perempuan HASHIM and I'm from PA185A and my group for reflective writing choosing video of the launch of program imunisasi COVID-19 kebangsaan and online presentation. Without wasting any time, let me go through to the first slide, which is introduction. COVID-19, and it's really bring a lot of pressure to people in the world, and all people, all government, all country agree it turned everything 360 degrees and make people lost their job, their lovely daily activities, and for the economy, for tourism, health and education sectors. During that, here's some of what Malaysia government do for Malaysia in this current situation, which is at the first we got as I remembered 18 March 2020, 18 March, yeah, we facing total lockdown, and start from that government create a rule that people need to wear face mask, hand sanitizer when they go out, everything. And there is someone for who people don't listen to the government rule about to preventing the COVID-19 and the hygiene advertisements, and people are required to follow standard operating procedure SOP. Let's go more deeper about the launch of program imunisasi COVID-19 kebangsaan. This program bringing together a slogan which is lindung diri, lindung semua. And there is a lot of fake news about vaccine before it arrived, and when it arrived, a lot of fake news on the social media, like on the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and people start to sharing it on the social media, which is WhatsApp group. And for the very first, which is the launch of program imunisasi COVID-19 kebangsaan, the event organizer are responsibility to make sure the vaccine safely arrived from Singapore to Malaysia on 21 March 2021. And the officiator for this launch, launch for this program is on that time our Prime Minister on that time, which is Yang Amat Berhormat Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin, the first person in charge to take very first dose. So next, let's go to event particular. Event particular, which is the event is start on 24 February 2001, Wednesday, as we look on slide. And the venue is, it happened on Pejabat Kesihatan Putrajaya Bersin 11, and then it start at 2 PM until 4 PM, and the officiator, as I mentioned before, Yang Amat Berhormat Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin. We all know this launch of program is very important, need to be held by professional organizer, which is Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, MOHD, and the key person is YB Khairi Jamaluddin. The next slide is about what the MOHD do for help our country successful by year 3 of it. Alright, now let's go to the objective of the program. The first objective is to make sure many resident Malaysia get vaccine and safe in the shortest time. The second one, build up again Malaysia economy. Like I mentioned in the introduction, our economy in the bad condition. Last but not least, the objective is ensure that lives of Malaysian will get much better in the future. The next slide is the reason why we are choosing this video. Actually, the common one is this video had all criteria that we are need for the reflective writing. But all of my group members agree that this video is really important, one of important event that happened in Malaysia, because the launch of program imunisasi COVID-19 kebangsaan only happened once. And third one is contain a lot of information about vaccine. Malaysia sit in the condition that surrounding by fake news about vaccine. So this event actually proved that they are wrong. And next, Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin, which is our Prime Minister on that time, be a very first person who take very first dose in Malaysia. And I can see he is cool, and that is his responsibility as our Prime Minister on that time. Last but not least, this event video actually no age limit, and it actually want more people to watch this video because it's really important on that time to make sure people know how to take the vaccine steps and what they need to do to take the vaccine.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to Miss Hana. My name is NABILAH Nasution binti RAHMAN Nasution. I am from PA 1185A. As you can see, at 2:30 p.m. were the departure of honor guests and invited guests, which is YB Khairi Jamaluddin Abu Bakar, the Minister of the Science, Technology and Innovation, YB Datuk Sri Dr. Adham Baba, the Minister of Health, and Tan Sri Dr. Nur Hisham bin Abdullah, the Director General of Health, and YB Datuk Sri Dr. Wee Ka Siong, the Minister of the Transportation. Then, at 3 p.m., the Prime Minister of Malaysia, Yang Amat Berhormat Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin, has arrived. Before enter the venue, he need to scan using the MySejahtera apps and give the identity card to the responsible people. After that, they were given a briefing about the steps to be taken before get the first dose, and the reciting of dua and the video presentation. At 3:30 p.m., the Prime Minister go to get the first jab of the Pfizer vaccinations. Following that, the Director General of Health, Tan Sri Datuk Nur Hisham Abdullah, also be injected. Before the end of the event, there was photo sessions with all the group one that has been injected, and followed a speech by a Prime Minister. And the event was done at 4 p.m.
Hi, it's me again. Now let's proceed with the flow of opening ceremony. At the very first picture, we got the arrival of vaccine, which is vaccine Pfizer Biotech, before the arrival of our Prime Minister on that time. The next picture we got, Prime Minister was arrived on the scene, and he required to follow the procedure and the section they are already set up, which is go to get hand sanitizer, scan the body temperature, and scan the QR code on MySejahtera. Most people know what is MySejahtera and know how to use it. The third picture is Prime Minister together with our Health Minister and Datuk Sri Dr. Adham Baba and YB Khairi Jamaluddin and the others entering into the auditorium, watch the video, and each person required to sit after one single seat. After they are done with the video, with the doa in the auditorium, move to the next session, which is the declaration station. There, the Prime Minister need to fill up the permission form and tell about the health issue to the nurse, and the nurse will explain if he need or not to take the vaccine due to health status. We continue about the flow, which is Prime Minister will go to the next station, get the vaccine, and the person in charge for give the vaccine is Sister Lina Ibrahim, which is the chief of the nurse. And after the Prime Minister got the first injection and he holding, a slogan card which is lindung diri, lindung semua. And after that, he need to move to the observation room. Wait until 15 to 30 minutes to see if the vaccine give the bad effects or something happen to the Prime Minister. And then the very last station is come out to the main entrance and take in the picture with the sample of vaccination card. After that, Yang Amat Berhormat Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin gave a short officiate speech to the people out there in front of the medias and left the scene and let the other frontliners to take the vaccine.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is EMILIA UMYRA binti Muhammad RASHUL from BA310. Now I will continue our presentation with my part, which is profile of VIP of visiting event. The Honorable Tan Sri Datuk Dr. Haji Muhyiddin bin Haji Muhammad Yassin was born on 15 May 1947 as Muhyiddin bin Mat Yassin. He is a Malaysian politician and also the former 8th Prime Minister of Malaysia. He was appointed on 29 February 2020. He has served as the Prime Minister for 70 months, 2 weeks and 1 day, and he resigned as the Prime Minister of Malaysia on 16 August 2021. Next, Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Dr. Adham bin Baba, born 6 October 1962, is a Malaysian politician and former Minister of Health from 10 March 2020 to 16 August 2021. Then he began his first career as a medical doctor in the private sector in the same year, which is 1992 to present. He has a private clinic, namely Clinic Adham Sdn Bhd, and has 18 branches of the clinic. The third one is Yang Berhormat Khairi Jamaluddin Abu Bakar, also known as KJ, was born on January 10, 1976 in Kuwait City. He served as the Coordination Minister of the National COVID-19 Immunization Program peak from February 2021 to August 2021 and Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation from March 2020 to August 2021 in the National Alliance PN administration under the former Prime Minister, which is Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin. Next, Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Dr. Wee Ka Siong was born on October 20, 1968 at Jaisin, Melaka. Datuk Seri Dr. Wee Ka Siong is the President of the Malaysian Chinese Association MCA Party. He has been the Minister of Transport since March 10, 2020. The last one is Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Datuk Seri Dr. Nur Hisham bin Abdullah was born under his original name, which is Yu Ming Song, in Sepang, Selangor on April 21, 1963. He is a Malaysian surgeon and Director General of Health in the Ministry of Health Malaysia since 2013. He is also the President of the Malaysian Medical Council and was recognized for being the captain who led Malaysians fight against the COVID-19 pandemic.
Now, we continue with summary of officiating speech by the VIP, which is the main VIP, Yang Amat Berhormat Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin. In his speech, he said that he told to the people all Malaysian should take the vaccine because it's really safe and effective. Next, in his speech, say that Malaysian and the foreigners in Malaysia need to come to get the vaccine, and he also want people to believe this effort by government, by the event organizer is really want to stop this outbreak. And then he again remind to all the people out there to stand together with the government to support this program, which is by taking the vaccine. And last but not least, he said that vaccine injection is just same like we get injection in the hospital. That's all.
Ceremony of pelancaran program imunisasi COVID-19 kebangsaan were managed to receive the sponsorship from Berita RTM and TV1. However, they did not state the amount of sponsorship that has been sponsored for the event. The official sponsorship is Berita RTM and TV1, which is managed the event from the first until the end. They are the one who were responsible for the event to make sure the event was going smoothly only the end. As for the recorded event, they was also on their YouTube channel Berita RTM. They were also been promoting the event on their Instagram channel Berita RTM. As for the non-official sponsorship Berita Harian, they are the one who has been promoting the event on their newspaper and their online news page in order to attract some citizens who read the newspaper and online news. This was also helped in order to spread the news widely, which is indirectly to attract the attention of the citizen, so that the celebration become more lively as more people join it. Nevertheless, the event was going well, and surprisingly, the launch has so much encouraging response for a lot of people, and opening the eyes of many to be able to take the vaccine at any nearby center.
Event promotion is a component of an event marketing plan that includes conveying information about the event through all relevant channels to achieve the success of the event. The purpose of the event is to assist the event in achieving its goal, which is make everyone to get vaccinated. In achieve the goals, many sources has been used, such as by message, media social, and newspaper online or offline. To begin, PICK Program Pelajaran Imunisasi COVID-19 Kebangsaan 2021 is setting up a live streaming program on YouTube and Facebook, which can be seen in RTM YouTube channels live, Berita Harian Online, and State Security Council Facebook Live. Since it was the live streaming, it makes the sources appears more believable, and this tactic can convince the audience that the vaccine is safe for everyone. Furthermore, the event is utilizing a social media platform to draw attention to them. There are numerous follow-ups on social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter that can help give authentic information about the event to them. Everyone in the present era uses social media to communicate with the news materials, discuss knowledge, and have fun. Therefore, this is one of the easy ways to spread the news to the community.
First of all, pelancaran program imunisasi COVID-19 kebangsaan is one of the program in Malaysia among the people as well as non-citizens who are currently residing in the country. This vaccination program is the largest immunization program ever implemented in the history of this country and is being managed by the Jawatan Kuasa Khas Jaminan Khas Bekalan Vaksin COVID-19 JKJAV since early 2021. The initial target was to achieve cluster immunity with at least 80% of the population in Malaysia fully vaccinated against COVID-19, but the government later shifted its focus to achieve as many vaccination rate as possible locally as cluster immunity achieved as a result for the spread of new variants such as the Delta variant. Although the program is running smoothly, it is plagued by controversy and issues such as low vaccination rate due to lack of vaccine supply, even though the Malaysian government has bought more than enough for the Malaysians. Weaknesses in determining vaccination priorities, logistical problem with appointment and certificate system, mass digital vaccination, fake news about vaccine, epidemic, outbreak, and overcrowding at vaccination centres, as well as poor treatment from volunteers and authorities toward foreign workers. In addition, video of recipients getting empty injection were also of concern, and the government claimed that the matter was due to human negligence stemming from the fatigue faced by the vaccine injector involved. Also, there was rumor of vaccine appointment slots being sold by volunteers. However, this could not be confirmed. Besides, a world government and community approach is implemented in assisting the program, which involve a number of government, minister and agency, state government, non-governmental organization, NGO, the private sector and community members to ensure that the program achieves the targets. Yang Berhormat Haji Khairi Jamaluddin, who is also the former Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, has been appointed as the coordinating minister for the immunization program after his appointment was approved by the Cabinet until the resignation on 16 August 2021. Last but not least, the immunization program is implemented in stage from February 24, 2021 to February 2022, which begin with the first phase consisting of health worker and frontline. Former Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin became the first individual in Malaysia to receive the COVID-19 vaccine produced by Pfizer-BioNTech, which was broadcast live nationwide. Based on the report, from the third week of September 2021, Malaysians on average provide around 244,588 doses of vaccine per day, and at the rate it will take another 27 days to provide enough doses for another 10% of the population.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is FADHILAH binti IBRAHIM. So, my part, I will explain about function, the medical and emergency service of event. Event organizers are required to ensure people attending and impacted by the event are safe and that the event venue is secure. This is because to make sure all the staff participate and volunteer, official media and the general public in the safe space. Why we need medical and emergency service of event? Because the medical will early detection, which is a member of the public, can solve the incident and understood the problem. However, medical service at the event can minimize risk and ensure people get immediately medical attention if they need. Here are some effects related to risk at the event. First, large crowd create the potential for injury because a lot of people they attend this event. Second, weather can a major impact. This is because the event will start and over from morning until evening, means a whole day with its a crowded people and a hall can support many people to get some air in the hall. So we will continue with how the event ends. The event ends with the Prime Minister of Malaysia, Yang Berhormat Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin, coming out of the waiting room and holding a card with the words "I have been vaccinated" while making the symbol V. After that, he also held a vaccine card indicating that he had been vaccinated for the first dose that day, and he was also taking a photo session together while holding a vaccination card. The program continued with a speech from the Prime Minister of Malaysia before he left the event. Next, the host at the event location has interviewed a nurse. He also inquired about the COVID-19 vaccine protocols for administration, along with other things. Finally, the studio host conducted a visual interview in which they discussed the program before concluding with a video about vaccination.
The launch of National COVID-19 Immunization Program ended with the recognition of a certificate to the Prime Minister of Malaysia, Yang Berhormat Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin, for being the first individual in Malaysia to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. Starting today, the National COVID-19 Immunization Program officially begins nationwide. The state Health Department will supervise this program at the state level, and the implementation is done by the District Health Office and assisted by other agencies to launch the largest program in the history of immunization. A total of 150,000 vaccines should need to be given in a day to achieve the vaccination target to 70% to 80% of the population in Malaysia. Last but not least, the government strategy is to ensure that as many people in Malaysia as possible receive the vaccine to save everyone's life as soon as possible. This vaccine will be given free of charge to all Malaysian citizens and non-citizens. After this vaccination effort is complete, it hopes that our country's economy will be able to recover and the people's life will be better, although we still need to take precaution to prevent this pandemic from recurring.
We note that some of the events positive and bad features during a segment of our group discussion. To begin with the positive parts, the event well planned and went off without obstacles such as tricks by the outsider, since the PDRM and RELA in a place to secure the event environment. Aside from that, ceremony can run smoothly, and this event also highlighted to Malaysians on how the vaccine was created, as well as the permissions of the Mufti, giving Muslims more confident in being vaccinated. Furthermore, this event can raise awareness and encourage people to get vaccinated, as well as demonstrate that the vaccine is safe for them in order to meet the program's objective, which is ensuring that as many Malaysians as possible obtain the vaccine in order to save lives as quickly as feasible. Since the start of the pandemic, which have resulted in an increase in the total number of deaths, the government has made attempts to reduce the number of deaths. The government has also revealed the benefits of Pfizer vaccinations to others and incorrect information about the vaccines. The audio equipment in the auditorium, on the other hand, was the biggest flaw because speech and doa recitations were not clearly heard in the video. It's due to the audio settings in the auditorium and the sound produced by the team outside of it. I think the organizer should alert about the issues, like before implemented the event, check the audio and visual system. Following that, the venue choice was uncomfortable. The venue chosen was too small for the occasions, and with so many media there, it appeared to be overcrowded. We can see in the video that the media did not adhere to the standard operating procedure, which states that they must stand within 1 meter of each other. Our opinion about the event is this event was interesting and should be seen by all the Malaysians at the time, because everyone was debating about the effectiveness and originality of the vaccine. Also, there's a false rumors about the vaccine that began to spread throughout the Malaysia. For example, someone claimed that the vaccination has the microchip, and the news was circulated by the irresponsible people via WhatsApp and other social media platforms. Other than that, as you can see in the video, there were very few people watching the live streaming that was done. In our opinion, the organizer should schedule the event around people's spare time, as doing it during business hours may result in a lower turnout. Finally, the event should expand the news media platforms such as live streaming by TV3 and TV7 and others. Next, the vaccination registrations in the MySejahtera apps has to be improved. This is because there was a time when Malaysia wanted to register place to obtain vaccines on the platform and it was stuck. Everyone is obviously angry at that time because of the inefficiency in managing the vaccination registration. The government should provide immunization appointment to everyone on an equal basis rather than on a first come first served basis.
And the last from our group is the conclusion of the event. An event is a program or ceremony to celebrate and also make something with some purpose, whether a small or large event. In addition, those in charge of an event must be diligent, determined, and capable of working well in a team. The thing we need to see in handling an event is the objective and the purpose of the event. As we can see in the launch event of the National COVID-19 Immunization Program, is one of the methods for us to control this pandemic, and it is one of the best ways to protect the community from COVID-19. Events are important because they provide for a more personal and engaging experience with your target, which produce a more reliable and remembered impact to increase public trust and confidence in conducting this vaccination screening. For example, Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin himself went down to the field to attend the launch of this event, as well as officiating, and also been one of the first people to receive the vaccine injection. Finally, given the current state of the country, the establishment of such a program is incredibly encouraging. This aims to raise public awareness about the dangers of the coronavirus and the significance of all of us taking steps to avoid becoming infected. They also hope that all Malaysians will be also to apply for and receive these vaccines in order to safeguard themselves, their families, and the people around them.